No matter where you are, no matter when you are, good morning. So I'm filming in a different classroom this week. I got a different room for the summer program I am teaching. But I want to jump right into our news. Got a lot to cover. It's actually not a lot this time, but I'm going to go through multiple different stories to start it off. So it is July 17th. Welcome in, and that means one very important thing. It is the Ann Arbor Art Fair. For those of you who do not know, Ann Arbor Art Fair is one of the largest outdoor summer festivals in the world. It takes over 30 blocks of downtown Ann Arbor once a year, every year, and they make commemorative posters. I have families and friends that I know through my whole life whose family have had different commemorative posters from each year that they went to Art Fair. There's a lot to do. I highly suggest checking it out if you have the time. It started today, July 17th. It's Thursday. It goes through, I believe, Saturday evening. Yep, at 8 p.m. So check it out before then if you can. I'll be posting this midday on Thursday. So some people have started noticing that there are human-like robots and dogs walking around Detroit right now with websites advertised on the front of them. And I'm going to put a video in right here for you so you can see some visuals of this going on.
Really advertising.
Yeah. Wow.
Really?
But this is because they're going to do a full-on AI interactive combat league in Detroit. Now, I mean, honestly, it seems very interesting. It's going to be happening this week. Is when tickets sell out, I think. They open an event this week, and they're going to host a big one in August. But yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing people in suits and fake armor running around, pretty much playing like medieval LARPing with armored dogs and AI robot. I don't know. It's just really interesting. So you can see right there, you're going to be controlling a player, a character. It's almost like Ready Player One, the movie where the guy controls a real life human but thinks it's a video game. So yeah, this is coming to Detroit, and I think that's really interesting. But we're going to switch quickly to the tragedies of climate change. So New York and New Jersey had people that fatally passed away due to the amount of flooding that they saw over the past few days, and you can see just how devastating this is right there on this screen. Here's some posts from everyday New Yorkers that made it onto their feeds during this flood. Now, you can see that some places were more affected than others, but it is significantly important to understand that this was crazy. In a place like New York, where it's not easy to get around, as well as parts of New Jersey, things like this can be very, very difficult to navigate. And where do you push the waters without damaging more homes or more cars? Or there's so many factors that go into this that's so important to think about that we might not normally stop and think about. So it's really important that we understand when situations like this happen, if you're able to support, it's usually through donating or sending resources or financial backing to reputable and real organizations that are trying to help people during these moments, and check in with friends and family that you know of, or your friends that have family in these areas. And Texas was the other one where I wanted to make a whole big breakdown of this and talk about how the 134 who lost their lives could have been avoided. 101 still missing. Oh my goodness. It's very tragic. For those who don't know, a crazy flood hit a summer camp in Texas. Now, I feel like I remember seeing a piece that talked about how this wasn't an area of, this is the exact same thing as New York. This one's more devastating. Really, all you can do as somebody in the areas we live in is reach out to people who you know who might be affected by this, send resources or, donations to organizations and charities that are working to make these people's lives better after such a tremendous misfortune happens to them. Switzerland is piloting solar-powered railways. They're going to be using this idea to power the industry, try to get away from coal as much as power, so these panels can collect solar energy and use it as the catalyst, as that battery to spark the movement of these train tracks, so the trains can actually go along them without burning nearly as much coal. And it'll be really interesting to see how far this goes, and how much money does it cost? Does it really save? And so once all this data is collected over the next few years, I'm really excited to see, and I really hope it actually works out for them. So I'm just going to end on a really fun, happy note. I don't like Superman. I have never really liked him. I grew up, I used to actually kind of hate on him. I stopped hating on him as much as I continued to grow and grow and grow. But now I was at an area where I really didn't care for him. But this new movie, Superman, comes out. I went and saw it on opening day. And I'll tell you what, friends, I thought it was a phenomenal movie. There are some moments that are really, really, really cheesy, but it's a comic book movie. Comic books are what's known as campy, so it's okay to have cheesy and funny moments in a movie. I think this Superman represented the idea of, everything I want to see in a superhero very well. They're human, they make mistakes, they also uplift others rather than putting them down. Try to find creative and helpful solutions to things. I don't know. I honestly recommend seeing this movie. Lex Luthor, the gentleman that played him, did such a phenomenal job. I think that was one of the highlights of the movie, is how good of an actor he was for that role. But I just wanted to say, go see it. I mean, it blew expectations out of the water when it came to it. Made over $125 million in the opening weekend, and it suggested that it's going to make much more. I don't know. I think the hype around this movie is deserved. Don't let people online or critics tell you if you should or should not like something. Always go see it. I thought this was really good as somebody who didn't even like Superman. But till next time, friends, it's been great talking to you. Let me know in the comments what you thought, stories you heard about, you name it. But other than that, friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you're having a great summer, and I will see you next time.